So there's an interesting, let's call it a feature with Gemini and NotebookLM integration where it actually prevents you from sharing your notebook. So let me show you how this happens. I will make it very clear from the beginning that I don't know a way around this except to, I don't know a way to quote unquote fix this. But hopefully just being aware of how this comes about, you can kind of see this and then decide how to move forward. So it requires two things. Like this is Gemini app. So this is just gemini.google.com and then you log in. And then the other one is NotebookLM, which this is notebooklm.google.com. And if you log in once, it'll keep you logged in across them. And then what you can do is, I'll use the source org test for this, source org test notebook, excuse me. And then I'll click in here. And then this is just a notebook. I've made multiple videos about this. And then within Gemini, if I expand the left sidebar here, then I'll have this source org test notebook here. And this is the same notebook. Again, 5 sources here, 5 sources here. So now this is basically the new feature where you can sync these two, and then you can do Gemini stuff with your sources over here. And then if you do a chat, it shows up in NotebookLM, etc. So none of this is new, right? And if I'm in NotebookLM with this, I have the option to share. And the whole thing here is if I do a chat in Gemini within this notebook, I lose the ability to share. So I'll show you this. So right now I don't have any chats in here. So once you come into the notebook, your chats will appear here. It gives you a note right here. Your notebook chats appear here. I don't have any. So share, if I mouse over it, there's nothing wrong with that. If I click on it, this opens up and I can share this. I'm not sharing it right now, but everything's good to go. So now let me break it and show you the difference. So if I come into Gemini and then I put in a prompt here, so this is just tell me a random fact from my sources. And this will take a second. It's going to have to go to NotebookLM and look through my sources and then give me a random fact. So I'll let this do its thing. Okay, so now we're done. And here's a random fact. And this isn't really interesting. I just wanted to have something in here, right? So now if I click on this again, same notebook, and now there's actually a chat in here. Okay, so now if I go back to NotebookLM, and then now there's a chat from Gemini here. And if I click on this, this is the only one here, and I click on that here, and that's the summary, but this is the same thing. The user here is the prompt. This is me a second ago, and this is the prompt that I put in, and then here is the response. No problem, right? But now if I go back to share, you can already see, you can look at it. It looks a little different. It's grayed out. I don't have the option to click on it. And it has this note here where notebooks that include chats from other apps can't be shared yet. So, just the fact that they put yet on there to me implies that they're going to change this where you can do it. But now, as soon as I hover over it, I get that message, and then I click on it, and all that happens is the message goes away. But I don't get the share window, and I can no longer share this. So again, it's open with I don't really have a fix for this. With keeping everything the way it is, I don't have a fix for it. The only thing that I found that works is if I come back to Gemini, I could probably do this in NotebookLM too, but if I come back to Gemini and I actually delete the chat, because the whole message was if there are chats from other apps, you can't share it. So it's okay, well, what if I delete the chat? Now the chat's gone, and here's deleted, and then notebook chats will appear here, which means there aren't any. And if I come back into here, the chat disappears. Now I can hover over this, the note is gone, and if I click on it, the window opens up and I can share it again. So it's kind of corner case, but maybe not if you use this feature. But if you have notebooks within Gemini that are synced with your NotebookLM notebooks, and you have chats with them in Gemini, you will lose the ability to share those notebooks unless or until you delete the chats from Gemini. Again, the note within NotebookLM says that you can't do it yet. So my guess is that they are working behind the scenes and that at some point soon they'll make it so that you can share them. But right now, from what I've seen, from what I've tested, from what I've read others have tested, no one has found a workaround for this besides just deleting the chats. So if that affects you, now you know. Ask us questions if you have them, and we will see you next time.